Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to do a little quick, hopefully quick, story time on how I found out I was pregnant. To me it's a little bit funny. I don't know if other people will think it's funny, but I just thought I would share it anyways. So my husband and I, we've been married for almost 2 years, and we decided that this year was when we wanted to try to start a family. And so January I stopped taking birth control, because I heard that it could take a few months, you know, after you stop birth control to get pregnant. And so we wanted to try in like February sometime. So I stopped in January just to give it like that month to, you know, whatever it needs to do, the body get back after, being on birth control. And so we used other forms of birth control. And we decided halfway through January, we were like, screw it. We didn't think we would get pregnant, you know, right off the bat. And so we were like, it's fine. So, we stopped using any form of birth control in like the middle of January. And honestly, neither one of us thought we would get pregnant, you know, first time around. We thought it would still take a little bit to get pregnant. I mean, you hear people's stories about, you know, it took a little bit to get pregnant, and so we just figured that it was going to be like that for us. I don't know why, we just thought that. So, we were going along, and being off birth control, I have been on birth control for a few years now, a couple years, since getting married, and, before that, sorry if this is TMI, but before that, my periods were irregular. They weren't like set in stone a month apart every time. They were like maybe a month, like maybe like 6 weeks apart, something like that. So getting off birth control, I was fully prepared for my periods to go back to being irregular. And, so when it happened, like, I knew the date that my period would start if I was on birth control, and I was pretty sure that it wasn't going to start that week, so I was giving it a few more weeks after that. And so I wasn't like, oh my goodness, I'm late, because I didn't know for sure when it was supposed to come, or when I would be late. So we just went on, we were just going on with our normal business, and it was about 2 weeks maybe past when my period was supposed to come if I was on birth control. And like I said, I thought I wasn't worried or anything. I kept joking to Michael. I'm like, oh, what if I'm pregnant? So we were joking about it and all that. And I wasn't feeling any differently. I was getting headaches, but like I said in my bump date, I got headaches quite frequently before, so it really wasn't, I don't know, it didn't seem out of the ordinary. And I was getting some cramps, and they weren't like hardcore period cramps, they were very dull, but I would normally get period symptoms before my period showed up, so I was like, oh well, it's coming in the next week. And then it didn't, and I was like, that's kind of strange. So I don't know. And I told Michael, I was like, okay, if the period doesn't come in by next week, we're gonna take a pregnancy test just to be sure, just to like put our minds at ease, because we were so sure that we weren't pregnant. And then one night I was like, let's just get one. Let's just get a pregnancy test. We were going to Walmart, and I was like, let's just get one. I'll take it in the morning, because I was like, am I not? I'm probably not. And Michael's like, you're not pregnant. So I'm like, let's just get one. Let's do it now, and we'll find out. We'll put our minds at ease. So we got it, and I waited till the next morning to take it, because I read that it's best to take it in the morning. So I waited. I got up, I think, oh yeah, I had a meeting that morning, so I got up a little bit before Michael, and I was like getting out of bed, and I'm like, I'm gonna go take this pregnancy test, and he's like, yeah, whatever, asleep in bed. And so I took it, and I left it on the counter, and it says to like wait like 3 minutes or something. But very quickly, I got the one, it was like Walmart brand. I wasn't going to splurge or anything because I was sure it was negative. So this was the one that had like a line, and then if the other one was a positive, you were pregnant or something like that. And so very quickly it starts going to a positive sign, and I was like, holy crap. Like, is that true? Is this really true? Like, am I seeing the right thing? And so I like ran out of the bathroom to the bedroom, and I'm like, Michael, you may want to come to the bathroom. And he's like, what? And I'm like, you may want to come to the bathroom and look at this because I don't know what it means. And so he came in and he was like, that's positive. And I was like, well, maybe it's not really. Maybe it's not. And he was like, that's a pretty positive thing. And we were like, oh my goodness. Like, we completely thought we did not think we were pregnant at all. So that was a complete shock, and I took it, and then like we didn't really have time to talk about it because we were both getting ready. I was getting ready to go to a meeting and he was getting ready to go to work, so we would just like pass by each other and just look at each other like, what just happened? And so we both like went our separate ways for the day, and I think that was a little bit best because I was so nervous because I don't know how soon Michael wanted to get pregnant, and I was ready like a year ago, but I don't know how soon, and so I was a little nervous, like, oh, I don't know how he feels, I don't know, but it was good because I think it just kind of like set in. I don't know, because that night he was like, yeah, he's like, I'm excited, I really am. And so, but during that day I still didn't believe it. I don't know, so I went to Walmart and I got one of those that says pregnant or not pregnant, like a digital one. And then I was like, well, maybe I peed on it wrong. Like, I don't know how you pee on a stick wrong. So this time I peed in a cup, a like plastic throwaway cup, not like one of our cups, just to ease your mind. But I peed in a cup and put the stick in the cup and waited, and it didn't even take long, and it popped up pregnant, and I was like, holy moly. And I was like so shocked. I was trying to figure out how far along we might be, all this stuff. It was just a complete shock, and you know, the next week I called the doctor and all that stuff, and you know, the rest is history, or on my last bump date that you should go watch. But that's just my little story of how I found out. It was a shock. We were planning it, but it was still kind of a shock because we weren't thinking it was gonna happen that soon. I mean, we are so excited, we are so happy that we are pregnant and to start our family, but it was definitely a shock. And I just find it funny because we were so adamant about like, we're not pregnant, like we can't be pregnant, it's gonna take longer than that, like let's just take this test and, you know, ease our minds. And then I was like, holy crap. And I just find the whole thing funny. Maybe you guys don't, but I don't know, I thought I would just share it with you. It's a fun little story time and just kind of give you guys a glimpse more into our pregnancy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and if you enjoy story times, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, because since I am pregnant, there's gonna be a whole lot more videos that I can do on this channel, and so you should definitely subscribe and stick around for them. And thank you guys so much for watching. You are all amazing and I love you all. Yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.